Psychos, it's Sarah. It is Sunday and time for my regularly scheduled video. This week has been a productive one, but it's also kind of put me in this weird place. So I finished Hell's Bend yesterday morning during Elena's stream, and now I'm just waiting on the betas to get back to me on that before I can do any more work, because I've done all the work I can do on it without the beta info. I finished my NaNoWriMo project, which I have now named, and it is named Gryffindale. I have printed it. It is not that thick, but it's also not separated into chapters and sections, so that's a thing I have to do. But it puts me in a weird place because now I don't have anything I'm writing, but I only have one thing I'm editing, and that's very strange to me. Boys isn't ready for another pass yet. It is going to need another one. Nothing is quite ready to start writing yet. It's coming, but it's not quite there yet. I've had some life issues, and so I think those are kind of stifling, putting up a little bit of a wall between me and what I need to start working on. And that's all good, but whatever. I feel like things are going well. I just feel like they're moving very quickly, and I'm not moving fast enough for them. So this week I have another list. I have 9 ways to claim more writing time. Some of these might not sound serious, but they're things I've done, so even if you feel like they might not be that serious, they're at least serious enough that I've done them. Number 1, this is the most serious one to me. This is the most important one, is to remember that 10 minutes is enough time. I do 200 to 300 words in 10 minutes. A lot of times I'll have 10 minutes before I need to leave for something, and I don't use that time for writing. I need to remind myself 10 minutes is enough time. 10 minutes in a sprint, I get plenty done. So there's no reason that I can't write for 10 minutes before I leave, or before I, do something else, or before a show starts, or whatever. I can totally write for 10 minutes. So I need to remind myself that you can work for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is enough time, so don't write off those little 10-minute chunks of time that you have where you might be able to get stuff done. Number 2, write/edit. All these work for both. While other things are doing themselves, cooking, for instance. Cooking, a lot of what you're doing is waiting for the thing to cook. If you're not cleaning while you're doing that, if you keep your space clean and you don't have that much to pick up, you can write or edit in between while the things are cooking, while your water's boiling, while your noodles are cooking, while your brats are cooking, those kinds of things. Those are times when you can fit in a little bit of time to write or edit, and those are, another little chunk of time that you might not be thinking about that you can use. Number 3, I know a lot of you have heard this one, and a lot of you probably hate hearing it, but write when you have time, not when you have the mood. You can't expect to feel like writing when it's time to write always. Sometimes you have to write even though you don't necessarily feel like it. Sometimes you have to push through. So remember that just because you don't necessarily feel it doesn't mean you're not going to get anything done. You have to try. Number 4, write in weird places. I have written on the toilet. I have written in the bathtub. I have edited in the bathtub. I have edited in line at the grocery store. I have edited while waiting for a friend to meet me at a diner or whatever. I have edited during my lunch break. Edit during little chunks of time that you don't think you have for that. You can definitely get the work done during those chunks of time. That is absolutely a possibility. Number 5, wake up early. This is hard. This is so hard. This is not my favorite one. But if I wake up early and get some writing done before work, I actually do better at my day job. I enjoy my day job more. I feel better because that writing is out of the way, and because I feel like I've already been productive in my writing stuff, so I don't feel bad about being productive at my job instead. So I really like to get up early and write, but I'm really bad at it. Number 6, stay up late. This one I'm good at. I'm good at staying up late to work. Sometimes I stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning working. Recently, I've been put on a medication that's a temporary medication. I have to take it for like 6 weeks. where once I take it, I have about an hour before I get knocked the fuck out. So the last couple weeks I haven't been able to write at night, but writing at night is totally awesome and I love it, and you can totally do that. Number 7, pick a time and stick to it. Decide what time you're going to write and always write during that time. Even if that time changes or whatever, if you have time scheduled for writing, you need to make sure that you do allocate it to writing and only let things like a hospital visit interrupt it. Things that you would miss your day job for, not things like, you know, you want to watch a television show, things like that. Once you have scheduled your writing time, don't break it unless it's an actual emergency. Number 8, set limits with others. You have to remember that other people are not writers. Other people might not understand. You need to explain to them that this is important to you, this is important time, that you do not take this lightly. So you just have to kind of put your foot down with other people and let them know that the time is important and that it doesn't matter that they might want to hang out at that time or that they have this other thing planned. You have writing planned, and that's as important as being at work. And the more you push that with people, the more you tell them that that's the case, the more they're going to believe you, and the more frequently they're going to understand. Number 9 is write even when it might be rude. If I'm in the middle of writing something, I will eat at my desk, I will take phone calls while I'm writing, and just be silent on the phone and ignore the person. I miss chat messages, I ignore my husband, I'm off in another place. And so that time is important. So sometimes I do things when it might be rude. Sometimes I write when other people might think it's rude, but I don't care because I need to get this done. This might be really hard for some people. Some people have a really hard time being rude. I don't have a terribly hard time being rude because I'm just a rude bitch. But yeah, sometimes you have to do it even when it's not a time when other people would think was appropriate. But those are the 9 things that I thought of that might help you to find some more time to write. I know that it's really hard to find time to write, especially if you have like a day job and kids and all those things. I hope this helps some of you, and I hope that you don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I have my Patreon and all of my other links down below as well. I would love to hear from you on my social media. Those are all down below: Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat. I do have a Facebook author page. It's not all that busy, but you're more than welcome to go like it, and maybe it'll get busier because there's just not that many people on it right now. So don't forget to like my author page on Amazon as well. And I'll see you guys all next week. Have a good weekend.